Let's get this figured out. This world gon' give me whatever I need until I get this vision out. Then they gon' pay me whatever I ask, cause I got it figured out. Family be checking all up on a nigga to see how I'm feeling now. Damn, they love to see a nigga really make a killing now. I put a lock on the game and I hide the code and the keys. I am not playing no games, I really play this shit for keeps. That shit for me.
MaddenHeadz YouTube, what's going on? It is your boy Coach DC coming back at you today with another video. Oh, gotta start the video off, man, by saying happy birthday to my granddaughter Jayla Carter, man. I love you, baby. All right, so today, man, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, I'm sure y'all saw some of the deep dive stuff where they were talking about the player movement, the new enhanced player movement. You know, they're using real NFL data this time. Did y'all know that? Nah, but seriously, I won't even go into that part because that they do it. They have to sell it, so I get it. You got to sell it. It's not new. You've been able to do this stuff forever and a day. Yeah, we was doing this stuff on old gen, or whatever gen that was. I don't know. But as it relates to the beta, what I saw basically was they've just taken on the system of movement from the college, making the left stick more impactful when it comes to cutting and change of direction and that kind of stuff. What you need to know is that it will just be like any other time that we've talked run mechanics. The defenders pursue you at the speed that you're running. And so if you learn how to pace yourself, it's much easier to make these kind of cuts right there that we're already making, that you couldn't make, that you can make now before. That makes any sense. And yeah, I mean, just what I see is, I mean, now one thing that is I think the biggest difference that you guys will notice outside of the obvious responsiveness of the left stick when it comes to change of direction, the change of speed thing is crazy. And I mean, man, boy, running backs with burners are gonna be back in style. Yeah, I promise you, man. Every speed back on the game, every back with some speed on the game, man. Oh boy, yeah, these franchise leagues are about to be crazy. And yes, yeah, we know we doing the money league, you know, right as right when, not right when the game drops, but I have more information, so y'all just stay tuned for that. You see, that's actually the move that they had on the deep dive, like you've never been able to do that before, which is hilarious. Again, it's change of speed, change of direction, understanding how to pace yourself, you know, when you get the ball in your hands. And then sometimes, again, the defense is going to pursue you at the speed that you run. And so your ability to, you know, run not at always max speed. I know people, you know, once you see daylight, you have a tendency to gun it, and then you get caught by those blind defenders. You know, you're like, where did he come from? He just came off the screen somewhere. They're able to do that because you're probably maxing out your speed, and so you have to, you know, you don't always have to be, you know, full bore or full, you know, tilt on the speed burst. And a lot of times I'm able to get through these holes, and I'm able to put my foot in the ground right there. Watch this next move. This next move is nasty. And so, like, he faked out the whole defense with that one juke. Yeah, so a lot of that is letting up off of the speed burst, maybe even, you know, hitting L2 in certain points to slow myself down. So you have to understand, L2 is the accelerator. L2 is the brakes. R2 is the accelerator, and, you know, you steer and control with the left thumbstick, of course. And you have the caveat of the right stick, as the juke stick, which I tell y'all every year is pressure sensitive. And so I think EA finally took my advice for real, because in terms of physicality, it doesn't always have to be a truck. Sometimes a lot of this, what I saw on the beta was a lot of it is that was a nice little shimmy right there. A lot of it is momentum based. And so it's almost like how much momentum, how much speed do you have built up as you run to the edge, as you try to turn the corner. And sometimes it's more important how quickly or how smoothly can you slow down. You know what I'm saying? So that you can actually turn the corner without running yourself out of real estate or out of bounds. And so it's not really complicated. Again, I call it pacing. It's how much speed do you have when you get the ball in your hands, and there's a certain technique and a few different techniques that you can use to be way better at that. And so even when you catch the ball, it's still the same thing. It's like, how much speed do you have? You see how I'm able to turn that corner right there smoothly. You know what I'm saying? But I'm still able to get away from the guy underneath, like a situation like this. Like, normally you get caught in a situation like that. It may not have seemed like it, but I actually slowed down right as the defender was getting close. And sometimes it's just, like I said, it's just your forward momentum. And this was big on the beta. So again, I don't know how much they'll tweak this stuff, because I'm hearing a lot of I'm not even gonna say crying or whatever. I mean, just people voicing their opinions about, baseline and just the aggressive catch and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, the aggressive catch is like, that should be the least of your worries right now. Because I'm telling you, man, the running game is gonna be it. Put it this way, people are gonna be forced to run, because there's going to be such a learning curve with learning the new, what's effective from a route tree perspective, now that everyone has all the hot routes. And so, there's going to be a lot of stuff to learn across the the airwaves. I know once the college comes out, I'm gonna drop a few videos, as the college comes out for the college. Probably try to update the college football guide a little bit, in terms of what's new with the virtual stuff. But again, the running is just on par with what the college was last year. And I just think I'm not gonna say it's about the same speed to me. I think a lot of people say it's a little bit slower. To me, it seems like, I can see that. Because it's not as, the change of direction is not as prolific as the college game is or was or whatever. Is. And so it's just, it's still Maddenish in that particular, in the change of direction style, but it is a significant improvement from what we've seen. And so again, I'm just really, I wish I was a fly on the wall in some of those meetings, just to see what's being pushed and what's being pushed away and all that kind of stuff. But again, as long as you just can really wrap your head around the fact that the defense will pursue you at the speed that you run. And so again, that's with different running backs, that's going to be different, because every running back is not going to have the same speed, agility, change of direction, and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? The running backs do feel different when you run with them. I mean, not all of them have that acceleration to, hit the bubble and then, bounce it outside and get that same speed, that same little speed burst at the end that you need to turn the corner and run away from the defense. But I tell you this, you will have to learn how to gradually build your speed up, because you can hit the hole too fast, and you can hit that corner too fast, and you can kind of run yourself out of good situations because it is so responsive. Again, we are all going to have to step up our processing speed when it comes to the game, because I'm telling you, all of this stuff is going to happen much faster, especially for you guys who unfortunately did not get the beta like me. But you know what I'm saying, I just had a partner who was able to let me use his profile. But I'm telling you, and if not for that, there would be, even for me, there would be a learning curve in terms of just the speed and pace of the game, and when to make what move and what range. Can I start that juke? Can I start that fake step, to the left when I know I'm going right, or that fake step to the right there, when I know I'm going left, and then just able to give that same little, that little shimmy at the end, man. And I'm telling you, it is, it's gonna be a different game. Like I said, I don't know in terms of what they're gonna, what EA is gonna tweak and all that kind of stuff, or the frequency of stuff. But if just the movement, and I'm just talking purely from a movement standpoint, if the movement itself stays the same, that's something that we'll like. Like I said, I don't know, when the DDA, or the telemetry, yeah, y'all go ask them what that is. When the telemetry adjustments start to kick in, then I don't know what the game is gonna become, but I saw some of it in the beta, and so third and fourth down still seem to be a little bit too lax for my liking. From a how they play on third and fourth down, they just kind of have ability to kind of just let that one guy go, or that one guy get open, or that one guy misses an assignment. Like I said, it didn't look, it looks more, what kind of is frustrating about it is that it looks more organic. It looks like, okay, that could actually happen. Yeah, I know better. But like I said, man, we gonna buy it, and we're gonna do what we do with it, man. But I'm looking forward, man. The Bible 26 is gonna be, it's gonna be a big undertaking, because it's a lot of stuff, boy. Like I said, man, it's a million moving pieces to this new thing, man. So y'all enjoy your Saturday. Be safe. It's your boy Coach. I'll holler at y'all later, man. Yep.